and Mage.
A podcast about Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft.
It's time for a little run.
This is the Angry Chicken.
I hope you like my invention.
I'm gonna eat that. Reporting for duty.
Welcome back, Mother Cluckers, to the Angry Chicken, the Hearthstone podcast for you, me, and whoever happens to be in earshot, wondering why there's chicken noises coming out of a speaker at them. I'm Garrett Weinzerl, and with me, as always, is Willie Dills Gregory and Miss Jocelyn Moffat. All of us hot off the heels of BlizzCon, some of us who actually attended in person, the others via the interweb series of tube stuff. And I'm trying really hard not to laugh. Don't click on links in the chat room, guys, when the show's going live, because you may see a picture of yourself photoshopped onto a Joe Boxer model, and then really start to lose your composure.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice
stuff.
one, dude.
Thanks to D3 Josh in the chat room there for derailing the show within the first 5 minutes. Achievement
That is
unlocked.
the best Photoshop job I have ever seen, by the way.
It's
I think
seriously.
that was actually about 30 seconds.
I don't think I don't think he has Photoshop. I think he literally cut it out with scissors and glue sticked it on.
Paint. That was MS Paint right there.
Yeah, good stuff. Hey guys, welcome back. Dills, I feel like we kind of just did this, but it was in a much different scenario with no notes or prep whatsoever, and most notably a severe lack of Jocelyn.
A severe lack of Jocelyn. It was terrible. Also, the episode. Did you listen to the episode?
I did.
Okay, so I didn't listen to like the whole thing, but I just wanted to make sure that it was like, because we didn't record it, so I popped in. There's like 5 minutes of music at the beginning.
That has since been fixed. That
Good.
That got fixed this morning because our Twitter was blowing up with people asking, "Why is this happening?" Who clearly don't read our top tweet from the morning saying, "Sorry for the music. It was a live recording. We didn't have editing capabilities. It just went straight up." And I was on a plane when people started freaking out. So
Yeah, I was trying to respond to everybody and being like, "It's okay, guys, calm down. Garrett's on it. We know it's fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Your angry chicken is there. It's just later."
yeah,
I haven't checked the reviews. We probably have tons of new 1-star reviews. Now,
Yeah.
right?
Stupid pop, electro, whatever stuff at the beginning. What is this?
The music is actually kind of good though. I grooved to it for a little bit in the airport, so I didn't mind it. But I was like a little worried. I was like, wait, did we not record? And it's just like an hour of this, because that's not good.
No, but the top upvoted 1-star review is from someone named Patrick Bejaw's Scarf. I don't know what's going on there.
That's pretty good.
So
That is awesome.
Patrick, if you're listening, it was actually awesome meeting you. I'm just teasing.
Yeah, Patrick was really fun to talk Hearthstone with the entire weekend. He was I can tell everybody at Blizzard is incredibly excited about this game. Maybe more so than we are, which is hard to do, but they're stoked about Hearthstone and how successful it's been, especially coming from such a small team and being the first free-to-play game and the first potential mobile game and all that. I mean, that's a lot of cliffs to jump off, but it's working, man, and they know it. So that was the feeling I got from BlizzCon, was just the feeling of excitement about Hearthstone is just, it's palpable. It's in the air.
Excuse me, I was coughing.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I think we lost Garrett.
No, I am here. I just I have bronchitis apparently.
Oh yeah,
I was informed of today. So thanks, BlizzCon.
Sorry,
I feel icky.
You got that from, oh no, he's a leper gnome now.
Yeah.
You got that from a nerd with a neckbeard, I'm sure, at some point. Too many hugs, dude.
Oh, were you hugging people? Oh.
Just Dills awkwardly. The whole.
Oh, that's true. I think we hugged like 4 times, and every time was kind of awkward. More awkward than the last one.
Yeah, just the whole weekend. I was actually just kind of like clung on to him like some kind of parasite.
We had so much fun though, dude. That was ridiculous. I mean, I've been to BlizzCon 1 time before. You'd been several times, right?
Yeah, this is my 3rd time going.
3rd time. Okay. Well, this was definitely by far like the best experience I've ever had at BlizzCon. It was just crazy.
This was the best damn experience, I think, just period for me. This is the most fun I've had since I started podcasting.
Yeah,
You
I mean, we
never
had.
been to Nerdtacular though.
That's true. Garrett's never been there, and that is also incredibly fun. But it was, I mean, and normally I would always say, "Oh, Nerdtacular kind of over BlizzCon," just because it's our group. But I don't know, like our group was pretty well represented at BlizzCon
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
true.
So it
I
was
know, I
very
kept
much
seeing
like a
all the
mini.
pictures. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh man, there's so many people I want to see. Like, oh, the Spegs and just everybody. I was like, man, I'm so missing out. I'm never, ever, ever, ever missing this again, ever.
Yeah, don't do it.
I
Don't
had
do it.
to ask Dills, is that Nicole? Because I truly had no idea what she looked like. I've only
Yeah.
ever heard her voice, and he's like, yeah, weirdo.
Well, we all got to meet a lot of people that we'd never met before in person.
Yeah.
You hadn't met a lot of the Frog Pants people because of the Nerdtacular void in your life, but we'll fix that next year. But I got to meet a lot of the people like from the Starcast, and I got to meet a bunch of people who work for Blizzard that I'd never met, some of the CMs, and just a lot, and some of the people from other Hearthstone type shows. I met Chan Man while I was there. I awkwardly patted Trump on the back while he walked by. That was weird.
Oh, you're that. So you're
Were
that
you
guy.
just like, oh, I just have to touch him. Just let me touch you. It'll
I
be
was,
fine.
I was trying to just say what's up, but he was clearly kind of overwhelmed or something because he kind of just did a little okay, thanks, and just kept on going. And it's funny. The two most popular Hearthstone streamers, which are Trump and Crip, even though Crip is not necessarily streaming Hearthstone all the time right now, opposite spectrums in the size category. Trump is a little guy, and Crip is very tall. I didn't realize that Crip was so big and Trump was so small. It was pretty
The
fun.
other thing that was really funny is you and I were both watching the finals live.
Yeah.
Did you notice the strange kind of spread in the way they were dressed between Artosis and Crip? Because Artosis is up there in his NASCAR jacket looking as professional as a professional can be, and then Crip looks like he just stumbled out of bed. Like, hey guys,
I don't think
I
Crip
wore
owns a lot of attire for a fancy occasion. I don't think that's his he's just that's his thing. He's good to go. And he even said it on the stage. Like they're like, so how would you celebrate if you win? He's like, well, just go get some food and then go home and fire up the stream. It's like, really?
yeah.
BlizzCon, you just want to go stream right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
this looks like he crawled right out of his own stream, ring style, but a lot less scary.
Yeah, it was really cool. And by the way, did you guys know what his actual first name is? What is it, Octavian or something like
Yeah,
that?
it's Octavian.
That is why wouldn't you choose that as your stream name? Come on. It's epic.
I had one of my favorite professors in college was named Octavio. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, I was just like, you sound like you're gonna try and kill Spider-Man. That's what that sounds like.
But Jocelyn, you were definitely sorely missed at the show and just in general at the whole entire event. So let's we got to all rock our Angry Chicken shirts together next year and wander around like we own the place. All right?
Absolutely.
With our pimp canes with Hearthstone handles created by Bill Duran.
There you go. Oh, that's a
It's
good
gonna be
idea.
so
Actually.
good.
That is a really good idea.
Gonna be good stuff.
And we have so much to talk about on this show because of all that. But we're so the show we just did was just kind of reactionary.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into all the depth, but then there's the other stuff too, which we didn't do on the last show. So I'm excited to
Yeah,
Just
and Blizzard devs aren't within earshot, so we're going to tell you how much all this sucks. Actually, is what we're going to do. That's what we're
I
going to
hate all of it.
All of it.
God, stop making such a crappy game. Jeez. Garrett, did you get totally pumped on Hearthstone after this and immediately just start playing the moment you got home?
Not
At the moment. But,
I got home at 2 a.m. and I was really sick, so I kind of went to sleep. But that being said, I took my sick day today to just play Hearthstone. I'm like, I should really take a nap and try and sleep this off, or I should hit next game.
You took a sick day on Veterans Day? What kind of Nazi place do you work for? What the hell is that?
Well, actually, I had already requested a day off because I didn't know if I'd be back in time. But way to ruin my illusion.
Right?
I believe
Is it a holiday
is.
for you guys too?
I didn't even realize it was Veterans Day, so that's news to me.
Oh, man. No, we support the troops here on the Angry Chicken. Garrett.
I didn't say I didn't. I just don't look at it. I didn't look at a calendar all damn day today. All I knew is it wasn't BlizzCon and I was sick, and that was depressing.
Oh, Sucks. You guys got the day off in Canada too? Okay, that's
Some provinces do. Ontario actually doesn't, which is where I'm originally from. But out here in Nova Scotia, technically it's a holiday, but I still had to work today. So
Oh, that's a shame.
I did not. I did 3 arena runs today and played a lot of constructed and did an arena run while I waited for the airplane because I actually got to the airport about 4 hours before my flight and got a 9-1 in the airport. So that was awesome. And then, I've been doing nothing but Hearthstone since I got back. That game is just, it's I'm even more excited about it now than I was prior to BlizzCon, which is ridiculous.
So when I was setting up tonight's show, I got everything ready with about 20 minutes to spare. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get in and I need 2 more wins on my rogue to complete my daily. So I'm like, let me try and knock out a win. I get in, shows William Dills Gregory, 5 hours. I'm just like, okay, I know what someone did with their day.
It really says how long they've been on?
In the Battle.net client, before you log in, it shows your friends on, and then it shows how long they've been online.
Really? I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, nice.
Cool and invasive.
I usually don't have my work laptop, so I was actually able to just, my body, I don't have bronchitis, at least fingers crossed, I hope not. But my body is like so exhausted after that entire trip because I barely slept and just was, just on the go the entire time. So all I did today with my day off was lay in bed with my laptop and play Hearthstone. It was amazing. It was the best recovery day of all time.
Dills stayed up till 3 a.m. the last night playing a grudge match against, who was it again?
I played against Josh and David. David is Hearthstone. Okay. And I'm actually going to talk about that in my crazy game story because it was crazy.
Well, my point was he was up till 3 a.m. and then he was up at 8:30 in the morning the next morning to go to the Frog Pants breakfast. So that was,
it was a struggle. It was not easy.
Yeah.
And I had $30 for like 2 eggs and some toast.
Yeah. Oh god. The bill came and it was for me and Katie, and I looked at it and go, "Are you kidding me?"
You're like, wait a minute.
I should have eaten more.
Yeah.
I would have eaten a lot more food.
Yeah, I considered going back for seconds at that point, but I was already like totally full and needed to go. Needed to leave.
I had to save room for In-N-Out before I flew back to the land of no In-N-Out. So, anyways, onward.
We've got Outraged Chicken in the chat room right now.
Oh, wonderful! Hi, Outraged Chicken. Your call is very long, but we might put it at the end of the show.
Welcome to the show. All right, let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk about the actual news from BlizzCon. I guess start with the opening ceremony. Rob Pardo got up there and said, "Guess what, guys? Open beta is starting in December."
Yeah, that was it was funny. It's like he said it like that was a big announcement. But everyone has been expecting open beta was like going to be the day after BlizzCon or something,
Yeah.
So when he said and it'll start next month, and there was like no reaction.
It was insane. I'm sitting there watching, and he's like, "So who's in the beta?" And a whole bunch of people clap, and he's like, "Oh, more than I thought." And then who's not in the beta? And there's a couple of things. He's like, "Well, all you people who aren't in the beta, this is what you've been waiting for." And I totally thought he was going to be like, "Everyone at BlizzCon is now in the beta," and instead he's like, "Oh yeah, you guys can all get in the open beta next month." And it was just like crickets.
That was the thing. I think there were a lot of people who expected everyone who came would get a key or something, but that's not what happened.
The way he built it up didn't help.
Yeah.
You don't ask who's not in the beta, look at a show of hands, and then just say, it's coming in 2 months. Also, it's Blizzard, so it might be in 2014.
Yeah.
That would be like giving a bunch of little kids, like half a group of little kids a cookie, and then having a cookie in your hand and being like, who doesn't have a cookie? All right, I'm going to give you one tomorrow. Like that, there's not going to get a positive reaction to that. So
Yeah, it should have been the chat room saying it. It should have been the Oprah moment. Look under your chairs.
Yeah, right.
You get a beta key.
That would have been pretty awesome, actually.
It'd been great.
Yeah.
Or a car with license plate was the
Or
beta
a car.
key. That would have been fun too.
They're both worth about the same on eBay, right? So, by the way, eBay now no longer allows you to buy a beta key. Did you know that? Like they did some sort of blockage to that type of a thing. I don't know if it's still in effect, but
Well, good on them because it makes my beta key scam a lot easier to execute because I don't have to jump through all the legal hoops of eBay.
True. Yeah, true. Yeah, now you just sell them on the black market.
Exactly. Guys, if you send me $500, I will send you a key. Literally, a key. It's just a blank key.
I'm going to actually look it up and see if this is actually true. Or oh, nope, I'm seeing some on here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, I think it's against, I think, eBay's terms of service to sell stuff like that, and then same deal with Blizzard, right? It's against Blizzard's terms of service to sell the beta keys.
Well,
So
yeah, absolutely, freaking. It doesn't mean people aren't going to do it.
yeah.
When they sent me a key in the first place, they also sent an email right after, and it said, we've given some of you guys extra keys, and we want to just make sure that you guys understand that you cannot ask for any money in return for a chance at a key or some sort of key giveaway. Like, you can't ask for someone to subscribe to your channel, anything like that. Very clear about that. So anybody who was doing that was like, you could ask for someone to follow you on Twitter or something, but you can't ask for anything that would cost money.
Okay.
And it looks like the prices have gone down at least, so that's good.
How much are they asking for?
I'm seeing somewhere around like $20 or something like that.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That's
much for a free to play game.
it's a free
For
to play
the beta,
game and
for a free-to-play game.
hey, and people are selling completely borked games on Steam Greenlight, so
That's true.
It's
very true.
I'll let it pass. I paid $60 for SimCity, and that's still a broken game.
Yeah,
God.
true.
Ouch.
Yeah,
I skipped SimCity, and I'm very glad I did.
yeah. Be very happy. They're like, here, you can have Dead Space 3. I'm like, I didn't give a shit about the first two. Thanks, though. Anyways, back to the opening ceremony. Rob Pardo also said that Hearthstone is not only coming to iPads, which we already knew, but also iPhones and Android devices.
I'm so psyched for iPhones.
To my close friends who have Windows phones, who I constantly rip on for having Windows phones, I'm still ripping on you for having Windows phones.
Yeah, the Windows tablets, though, they are going to get. I don't think the phones, though.
Now,
But that's what they were using, actually, for the demo models. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Now I have a question. Like, a proper Surface is just running Windows. Can't you do it now? What's to stop you from doing it now?
Yeah, isn't it just Windows?
That's probably, and also it was working rather nicely for you. And I heard the iPad version was kind of crappy. So those just standard.
Who said that the iPad version was crappy besides Scott? Just Scott.
I think Terpster agreed with him, didn't he?
Yeah, well, Terpster just wanted it to be different. That's why he was saying that. He wanted the interface to be different, basically.
Okay. Well, why? The interface, if you look at it in the PC version, actually looks more
this is
akin
what
to
I was
something
telling.
I
said to him, I was like, the PC version is basically a port of an iPad version,
Right.
not the other way around.
Yeah.
The fact that what he wanted to be able to do was, let's say you're in crafting mode and you're looking through all the available cards. He wanted to be able to swipe through the pages, right? And sure, that would be cool, but that didn't break the game for me. I was like, nah, it's fine, whatever. I press it and it does the same thing. So yeah, he just he wanted to be different than the PC version, which I don't really care. I just want it on my iPad. I really don't.
I just want to play the game.
I want an iPad, just period.
Okay.
That'd be nice.
That's fair.
Well, that's why
enough.
I'm so psyched, because we have an iPad, but it's an iPad 2 and it's only Wi-Fi. So I'm just, as soon as I heard phone, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm going to be able to play on the bus, which is really what I wanted, is, to actually play on the go.
That's going to be a little weird, though, because they are going to have to do some sort of other version for the phone, just because of the amount of space you have to work with, right?
Yeah, so absolutely.
It's going to have to be something where you can click a card and the card will magnify and you'll be able to see the whole thing, and then maybe say yes, play this card, and then where I want to play it, that type of thing, because dragging and dropping and all that kind of stuff to attack is going to be really difficult on that phone screen.
Yeah. In general, when I play the PC game, I click and drag. I don't click and then click again.
Sure.
I think that I know you can do it currently, on the Windows tablet version that we were playing at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
It scares the hell out of me, though, because I can't tell you whenever I'm using a touch device how often I accidentally let go of something.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, the misplays already happened. And when we were doing our little 3 a.m. LAN party with Hearthstone, there was some misplays because actually David was playing on an iPad that was actually he was using Splashtop to go all the way back to his house in Florida and play on his home PC. That's how he was playing. And he had a couple of times where he misplayed because he, dragged something in the wrong direction or clicked on something and it didn't go where he wanted it to go. I didn't have the same excuse when I cast Lay on Hands and then healed his minion. I did not have the same excuse. That kind of stuff is really easy to do in Hearthstone. So
Especially
that's
it's 2 a.m. with a case of beer in your stomach. You know,
It's true. Yeah, very true. That makes it harder. But yeah, the misplays on iPhone. I'm not sure I will try something like Arena where a mistake is like very costly. I'd probably just do play mode on an iPhone, but that's fine. I'm really stoked about that.
Yeah, or like go into a tunnel and lose connection in the middle of your arena game. That'd be wonderful.
Well, they already said they'll have a reconnect mode, so
That is true.
so boom. Yeah, I guess they couldn't release it on an iPhone without that, right?
Yeah, it'd be kind of jank. I would never do arena ever on my phone if that was the case.
I think I'm getting bronchitis, man. Feel it.
Wait, I'm just making you like. Well, I told you not to make out with me, and
I got a little tickle. Yeah, but you're so damn good looking, Gary. It's really hard to control myself.
it's those soft, pillowy lips. You know, just can't stay away. So they also had a massive Hearthstone panel that they titled the Fireside Chat, and this is where just this avalanche of information came from that we're about to talk about. They showed us a lot of stats. I was sitting next to Dills, and he did actually fist bump when they even said the word stat. So
Yeah.
he was very happy. So it was cool looking at this stuff.
Actually, because there was a lot of stuff in there that I was stoked about.
Right. Like, for example, apparently going first is still only slightly better than going second.
Yeah, and they compare this to chess, actually, which is a fair comparison. Chess doesn't, like, give you an extra pawn, though, or something, if you go second.
That's right. You just got to deal with what you got.
Yeah, just deal with it, man. My strategy when I go second in chess is I just do exactly the same thing you did every single time. But so,
I hate people that do that.
I know it's such a troll way to play chess.
Oh, it just
But anyway, so
pisses me off.
they said going first in chess means you win like 54% of the time, and they also said going first in Hearthstone is about 54% of the time. So they were kind of saying if it's close to chess, then it's probably fairly balanced. I don't know if there's ever going to be a way to make it a straight 50-50. Like they would have to give more of a benefit to second, which would really be tough to do in the current kind of meta of the game, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Also, I'm not happy with that. I expect them to be more balanced than chess. How dare they?
Really?
Slackers. Jeez.
Chess has only been around forever. You guys should.
That being said, I really want to play chess now, where if I go second, I get an extra pawn. Because you'd have to put it in front of your other pawns, which means it could move, like, it's essentially moving 3 spaces on the first turn instead of 2.
What you do is you move your first pawn and then you put another pawn like right behind it or something like that.
Oh,
that would be
that could work. That could work.
that would be amazing. I gotta try this out. I gotta buy like 2 chess sets though for this to work because no chess set ever comes with extra
Extra
pawns.
pawns.
Oh, man, that's funny. That's really funny. Then you could sell the rest to everyone who wants to get in on our Angry Chicken chess game.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Stash has a good point. When are they going to balance chess next? Is there going to be pats going out or?
All right, this has gone too far.
Yeah, come back, guys.
They said on the subject of pay to win, and Patrick Beja claims that he is the reason this was even added, just to shut people up. Was
say this stat out loud? Yeah. He claimed responsibility for that.
yeah, they said that 44% of their current 3-star Masters players have spent no money in Hearthstone, no money at
pretty
all.
solid.
Pretty solid, even though you and I both said that 3-star Masters means nothing right now, but.
Which
Yes.
is also true, but it just means that like the people that are playing the game all the time in constructed play mode are not spending any money. And I think, did we talk about this, Garrett, when Ibit was on the show? I think saying basically that even though you can make a really good deck just out of basic cards, like you don't have to have all the legendaries and everything else. You know, it's a fairly balanced game.
You can play it pretty damn well and do just fine with basic cards. Now, are you going to go into the tournament we just watched and win? Probably not.
No.
Well,
I don't
no.
think so.
I mean, there was some cards in there that made a big difference that were like we saw a couple of legendaries come into play to win games. Notably, Crypt played Ragnaros to win a game. Artosis played Grom to win a game. And I think Avenging Wrath was one of the cards that, you know, really came into play pretty heavily. So I think at its highest level, you will have to have earned some of those cards. But that doesn't mean you had to pay for them.
Yes, yeah.
You can earn them just through gameplay. So
Yeah, you're getting gold the
you know,
whole time.
Yeah, exactly. And I did nothing but play mode while I was in Anaheim, and I didn't play like that much. I played more than probably almost anybody else who was at BlizzCon though. But I didn't play as much as I normally do. But I did nothing but play mode, and when I got back, I'd earned about like 250 gold. From just playing and doing the dailies and all that stuff. So I mean that's a couple days, and 250 gold is fine for a couple days.
Yeah. Which, by the
So
way,
are you still doing the spending your gold to get into arena thing to get the extra cards, or are you spending gold on packs?
No, I will never buy a pack with gold. Never.
Yeah, never, ever, ever. I may have bought like 2 this past week just because I was like, I really need a pyroblast. Let me just roll the dice. Nope. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, wonderful. A third manatite totem. Thanks.
Yeah. The problem for me is that I'd spend 100 gold on a pack and just get a pack of 5 cards I already have, and I basically just turn my gold into dust.
Right.
So to me, like playing arena, even if I don't get anything in the pack, I got some gold back, I got some dust, and then the pack was just dust. I don't know. To me, it's a better use of my 150 gold than one pack of cards, because I do have most of the cards, I'd say. So unless I like luck out getting a legendary, it's generally I'm getting 5 cards I already have and dusting them all. So
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Fair
with that.
enough.
That said, if I wanted to be really competitive and I felt like I was missing some stuff, like a $50 open every pack would do a lot for my collection right now. But
Which is
one
totally
pack,
what I did.
yeah.
Oh, did
One
you
pack at a
finally
time
break
is
down
not
and buy $50 worth of packs?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Or
I
$60, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think I did whatever 40 packs for $50 or something.
I believe that's what it is,
Right
yeah.
before I played Dills, because I was like, I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. So
We both did it actually right before
Yeah.
we played each other. I did it for other reasons, but I was trying to kind of accelerate my ability to join some of these tournaments. But yeah, so then she did it as well, which is good because you got some good cards out of that, right?
I did. I got some great cards out of that. So yeah, and it was a lot of fun. I streamed opening the cards and was talking to
course.
people, and I actually did a whole thing on crafting and stuff while I was sitting in the stream. So that's up on YouTube now, I think. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I broke down and I bought cards because I kind of figured I was like, I'm playing this game so much. I love it so much. I've gone fairly far. I don't have to buy cards, but like Blizzard has put together a really solid game that I really like. If I was to go buy a PC game in the store, it would be $50 or $60. So, why not? They deserve my money.
What legendaries did you get, if any?
I got 3 actually. I got Ysera and
Perfect.
Hogger
Also
and the monkey guy. I haven't
King
used him
Mukla.
yet. Yes, yeah.
perfect. Yeah. Mukla's great if you can play Mukla early. Mukla late is not as great because it's
That rhymed.
That rhymes.
but anyway, Mukla, yeah. So Mukla late game is just a 5/5. I mean, for 3 mana, but sometimes you play only Mukla in that turn, and it's like, let's say you're in top deck mode and it's late in the game, and then you give your opponent 2 banana cards at the same time.
Yeah.
But he's amazing. If you can play him on turn 2 with a coin, holy crap!
Could be worse. You could play a Cold Light Oracle instead of killing your opponent.
Oh my god!
Oh, didn't.
Yeah. We gotta talk about that later too.
Oh, we will. But first, let's talk about the card changes that are coming to the game soon that they they mentioned at the Fireside chat. First up, and probably got the biggest rise out of the. Well, I don't know. I am so excited about all of these. But
I
anyway,
am not.
Really?
Well,
You don't like this change?
we'll get there. I think she's okay with this change. Mind
Yeah,
control.
the first one's all right.
Mind
And you
control-
totally called it.
Mind control's going up from 8 mana to a full 10 mana card.
Yep. Which was the exact suggestion I made on this
Yes,
very
exactly. Yeah.
I still don't think this is going to make a huge impact on the game.
Oh no! What are you talking about? The fact that you can't play it until turn 10 is amazing. Like just that alone.
But it's a
Good.
priest. How many times do you play a priest and it doesn't go to turn 10?
Well, it will, but you can play Rag and still get 2 turns out of Rag before you can mind
That's a
control
good
it.
point. Okay.
That's massive. That
Very
is
good
like
point.
2 turns of Rag is just ridiculous. Now, Ysera doesn't make quite as much of a difference because, let's say I'm going second, I play Ysera on turn 9, and then the very next turn he has 10 mana, so then he mind controls Ysera. So you're still going to have to bait out the mind controls.
Or you could just Shadow Word Death Rag and save
Yeah,
yourself all the trouble.
you can Shadow or Death Rag, but yeah, but that's whatever. That's fine. That doesn't mean you get Rag. Like that was the problem with the card. Is like So let's say like just break it down into the cost of those cards. If I Shadow Word Death Rag, I spent 3 mana. So it basically means I spent 3 mana to kill it, and then I spent 5 mana to summon my own rag. You know what I mean? Like that's where it's totally broken.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this change is, I think this is right because I don't think they want to get rid of the card. I think the card is fun and it's cool and it makes a lot of sense, but they needed to do something to it because it's too annoying and it's too like I said on this very show. I mind control something, then I heal myself because I still have 2 mana. Like that's just crazy.
Well, and that's what the chat room just pointed out is that you can't do that anymore. The mind control and the heal in the same turn. So
yeah.
Nothing's better than one of my favorite plays to do, and it happens so seldomly, but like when I already have a Northshire Cleric out, and they have a good minion out that's damaged, I mind control it and then heal it and then draw a card off of it and keep their minion.
Oh my god.
I love it because it's just it just feels so trolly, but I'm clearly playing by the rules.
Of course. Absolutely.
But it feels good. It feels good.
But that change I think it's the right way to do it. I don't think we're going to see mind control changed probably ever again. I think we're going to see that this is the way it should work.
Yep, or it's going to be removed entirely. One of the two.
Yeah, we'll see.
Which I don't see. It's such a
it's a priest. Mind control is such a big spell for a priest, you know.
right.
I don't see that mechanic going away for them.
Yeah. Starving Buzzard, its health is going down to 1, down from 2.
yeah.
So
is this the change you don't like, Jocelyn? Are you worried about this?
Well,
Okay.
because I play a hunter, right? So I mean, like Starving Buzzard was it's so helpful, and there's not a whole lot of ways. I mean, there's some neutral cards, but in terms of actual hunter cards, just being able to, ever since you guys pointed out the whole and explained the card advantage thing, I found like I've been trying to get cards whenever I can, and being able to pull cards off the Buzzard is awesome. And I mean, even at 2 health, it still gets killed off really fast because people know exactly what happens when you have a Buzzard out, right? So
Yes.
I find, that they go for it. It's only 2 health. There's, like turn 2 or 3, usually it's gone unless I have it really well protected, which is really hard to do. So I don't know. I'm bummed.
But there's a reason for this, and this is this. I think this is the right play for this card as well because the Buzzard is not supposed to be played as a card that's going to sit on the board and live and trade with things and all that stuff. That's not its purpose.
It's exactly like the discussion we had about the Northshire Cleric about 2 weeks back.
Exactly.
This is a card that you play and in the same turn gain the advantage from
Gain
the
the
card.
card's the same exact
Because
turn. So-
any good opponent is going to completely rob you of that
Yeah.
chance if you hit next turn and leave it on the board.
Exactly. But what they're saying basically is that all of the classes that the hunters were strong against were the classes with the 1 damage stuff that they couldn't get rid of, the Buzzard, right? So and some of those classes, if you'll notice, like they have like less type of like just here's some quick removal type things, that some of the other classes do have. But I mean, the fact is, like, it doesn't really matter if it's 2 or 1. It's going to get killed. And no hunter should play it just like, here's my Buzzard, turn 2. It's like that should never happen. So to me, this isn't really that big of a nerf. All it really means is that the Buzzard is going to do the same thing it did before. It's just going to be killed with hero powers more often. That's all it really means.
Eat my shiv, Buzzard. I'm going to kill you and draw a card. That's what I'm going to do.
Can dagger it now, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But again, it's going to be used the exact same way. It's going to be, because the way I always played a Buzzard is the turn I was going to use my OTK, and I'm going to chuck my Buzzard down first and then chuck all my other stuff down so I can draw cards. It's still going to be played the exact same way there, and it still attacks for 2 and all that stuff. Or once you hit, your wolves and your unleash the hounds, it's going to hit for 4. So.
And if you haven't caught on to what OTK is yet, listeners, it's 1 turn kill.
There you go. Sorry about that.
Also known as coin flip BS.
Yep. Also known as cheese.
Also known as the next nerf coming up, Unleash the Hounds. Apparently, Blizzard is so puzzled by the fact that apparently, guys, and hear me out, Blizzard thinks that it's not a good thing that you can have no minions on the board and then end the game in a single turn.
Okay.
What a strange concept.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
It makes sense. I mean, Dill's walked me through building the Unleash the Hounds deck at the end of the Extra Life stream, and I've used it a couple times, and it does feel pretty OP. And it's because there's ways to prepare for it or counter it, I guess. But at the same time, it's like if you get to turn 7 and you've got a hunter who's got nothing on the board, just like, well, I'm screwed. And, there's nothing that they can do because you can't destroy cards in somebody's hand, right? So, I don't know. I can definitely see.
There's ways to defend it, but the ways are not reliable. And
I had 3 taunts on the board in one of my games today, and the guy still got me.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. 3 taunts, I was going to say, would be the way to do it. So, but because generally,
well, he had already whittled me down
guys,
to like 8. It was later on in the game. I want to say we were at 10 mana, and I was at 18 health.
Okay.
So
so that's a little late for them to do it anyway. But generally, what they do with the 1 is they'll put up you put up 1 taunt, and then they'll use an owl to silence that taunt so they can get past it. But most of these 1-turn kill hunters only rock 1 owl. So if you have multiple taunts up, they're going to have to actually kill one of their dudes on the way through. And usually the hunters don't have enough to kill something and still kill you on the same turn with that OTK. So if they have to kill 2 things, that's where it gets tough.
This guy was clearly playing a carbon copy of Man's deck because he had the multi-shot, the deadly shot, or deadly arrow, is that what it is? And then he had explosive shot, and just he had all the control in the world to where he got to late game, but still had done enough damage to me. So that's why I'm very conflicted and low on the level of respect for this deck, if you can't tell. Because it is
valid.
Yeah, I think in the purest form though, it's the purest example of a coin flip deck we have in Hearthstone. It either works perfectly, and there's literally nothing your opponent can do, or you trip and knock your teeth out on the concrete.
But here's the thing though, a hunter can't really play control because their hero ability does not allow for it at all, and there's no real other way for a hunter to all the other classes have some sort of way to control, minus a warlock, I guess, but a warlock getting card advantage helps them have board control. But even like a warrior being able to use weapons to clear the board and then have the armor get his health back. The hunter has 2 weapons possible, and most hunters aren't even going to be able to use those because they won't have any way to armor up, Yeah,
but between explosive shot, deadly shot, multi-shot, and explosive trap.
Yeah, they have those ways. They don't have the weapons way. That's what I'm saying. With their hero ability has nothing to do with board control. Absolutely nothing. Whereas a warrior's does, because a warrior armors up after using his weapons to have board control.
No, shaman doesn't either, so they're still having.
No, what are you talking about? They have taunt totems. They have totems. They have things on
1 out of 4 chance of rolling a die to get the totem you need.
No, that hero ability has everything to do with board control. Having another thing on the board absolutely has to do with board control. But the hero ability for a hunter is literally 2 damage to the other guy's face. So that alone means that it is designed to be go for your face. Like the whole class is designed to just go for your face.
Which I don't necessarily disagree with, but I do disagree with the entire notion of having no minions on board and winning in the same turn. It shouldn't exist. It's bad design.
And they said, and there are other classes that can somewhat do this, but not really. Warrior can do this as well. Warrior can throw out a Warsaw Commander and 2 Molten Giants in the same turn, then enrage both of them and kill you. So it's not like hunters are the only class that can do this. And I want to make sure everybody understands, that is definitely not the case. However, they are, right now, the only really good deck that makes it to 3-star Master and continues to compete is this deck. And that's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
So it's not that, all the hunters are cheese. It's just, what else are they supposed to do? You can't control.
I think the answer is just reevaluating the hunters in general, and I think Blizzard just needs to do something for them because the fact that this is the only viable deck at the moment, I think, means that it's broken. There's something wrong with this hero.
Well, what they're saying though is basically that with no minions on the table, then you suddenly die for 24 damage. That's a little rough to deal with. So I have a feeling what we're going to see is they're going to make this card cost 2 mana. Because that's actually going to reduce the amount of damage that you can do in one turn by quite a bit. Just the one extra mana.
That's one less beast out.
Yeah, exactly. It's one less beast out, and in some cases, the math isn't going to add up. It's going to be one significant beast less.
Yeah, and double Unleash the Hounds is going to be pretty much you'll
it's
never
not
see it
gonna happen.
again.
Yeah.
You're not going to see that ever. Yeah. So, because what it's going to do is also going to delay that turn where it's possible, meaning the other guy's going to have more of a chance to kill you first. So I've heard people say, "Oh, take away the +1" or something. But then that's just completely breaking the card. Then it's never going to work. So if you did that, you'd have to make it a 0 mana card or something because it's just ridiculous to do that. So
yeah, I don't know. I find I have played that Unleash the Hounds deck a couple times now, and it's just I'm finding I was really really liking the Hunter a few weeks ago, and now I'm just it really does feel like that's the only way that I can really consistently win games playing with the Hunter. So I'm actually thinking that I'm just going to change class and play something else because, Hunter's just not doing it for me anymore. Makes me so sad.
They're my least favorite class in the entire game.
Yeah.
I in Arena, it's especially tough with Hunter because in Arena, you can't just construct this one-turn kill deck, The only thing you can do kind of is play for control. So it's really difficult to play for control with a Hunter. And plus, you're kind of stuck I have to draft every beast. So,
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take the bear over the Chillwind Yeti. I guess I am. And those kind of situations come up all the time. Yeah. And it sucks. So a Hunter is, to me, if any class is broken right now, I think it is the Hunter. And I think it's mostly to do with just you rely so much on synergy with that class. There's no way to just kind of build a basic control deck that can do a bunch of different things. So
I think it'd be really
kind of broke it for a while, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be really interesting. I think it was something you said on the instance before we even started the show, and probably got 10 one-star reviews as a result. Was that it'd be really interesting if the Hunter weapons didn't count as physical.
Okay.
Your hero didn't take damage.
Didn't
when
take
he used
damage
the weapon
because
they're
they're
bows.
They're
bows, Blizzard. Come on.
Yeah, the one weapon does work that way. The Gladiator's longbow, but the other one doesn't. So I do think they could weaken the other bow a little bit and have them kind of work that way. But
we have the
chat room says shoot out his mana. That'd be awesome. You could aim for the other guy's mana. Nice.
Guys, it's not mana. It's focus. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Calm down. My mana crystals are yellow.
I could totally see something like that working out as well too. But one weapon works that way. I think they figured that's enough. But that weapon is incredibly expensive for 2 charges of 5 damage. Incredibly expensive. It's 7 mana to cast it.
But both those 5 charges are your hero doesn't take damage, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty well costed. You get
it has to cost more, obviously.
10 damage spread over 2 turns that you don't take damage to your hero for 7 mana.
It's still a strong card, but what I'm the fact is, and you can't really cast anything else in that turn. Or if you wait till turn 7 to cast it, you get 1 removal, and then you've used your entire turn up to do that.
That is a very good point. By the time you need 5 targeted damage, or by the time you get to turn 7, 5 targeted damage, being the only thing you can do is not the best course of action usually.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is a good point. So.
Okay, just for the record, I didn't mean Hunter with mana because the chat room is what are you talking about? I meant shooting out, if you're a Hunter in Hearthstone, shooting at the other guy's mana crystals. I know that Hunters in WoW use focus. I am a Hunter in WoW.
I was just teasing. I was just trying to make the joke.
No, I know, but the chat room's just going...
Shoot out mana just for...
Damn it, Jocelyn, you noob!
Get off the show.
Bye.
Go to the... No, come back. I've already had not enough missing Jocelyn for 2 weeks.
I know, right? Nope.
2 episodes, I guess.
You must not leave.
Yeah, so those are the card changes. They said they don't know what they're doing specifically for Unleash the Hounds. They just know they need to do something, and I agree, because I hate these decks.
These are the only changes they mentioned, too, so clearly it's Hunter and Priest that they feel are broken in some way. So
yeah.
I agree.
I agree. Yeah, I don't disagree at all. I do, however, think that the second this tournament was over, they were like, "Oh shit, guys!
Paladin is really good.
Paladin is going on the board nerfs because
Paladin
needs
is
some
crazy
work
right now.
Yeah, I played a lot of them today.
I realized the power of the Paladin probably like a week ago or something, because before I kind of hated it. Like I couldn't get it to work.
Me neither.
I had one really good arena run with Paladin where I got 8, and I was like, well, maybe I need to reevaluate this. And now my constructed deck that I feel the best with is my Paladin deck. It's really strong.
Yeah, I felt the same way, and then I was watching the tournament. I'm like, oh, apparently I just need Sword of Justice.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing wrong.
You need 2 of them, dude. You need 2 of
and
them.
I have 0.
Okay.
None of them.
Yeah. I actually have been messing with a crazy Rush Paladin deck similar to what Crypt played, which is basically like Leper Gnomes and stuff like that, Abusive Sergeants, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically what I try to do is just like empty my hand and have Sword of Justice. So I empty my hand with all these like weenie guys that are a little bit stronger than weenie guys, you know? And then I play Divine Favor and like completely fill my hand back up again. And if it works, it's amazing. If it doesn't work, you die because you can't trade with any big thing on the board at all. But still pretty fun.
Oh, that whole tournament I was watching, it was just like, damn, Divine Favor is amazing. And then we got to one of the last games, and it's like, oh, his opponent only has 1 card. Divine Favor is a dead card in his hand. I'm like, oh, okay, this is the downside.
Recently, where I got to the end and I had 2 Divine Favors and a Blessing of Kings and no minions on the board. And the guy didn't have lethal, but I was like, there's nothing I can do here. So I literally like cast, and he had no cards. He was top decking. But so I cast both Divine Favors and then Blessing of Kings to one of his minions and then conceded the game because I was like, this is stupid.
That's great.
I was like, what am I doing here?
I love that's like the Hearthstone equivalent of the overdramatic scoop in Magic. It's just like, oh, I give up.
Yeah.
Scoop all your cards.
Throw all the cards on the ground, basically.
You know what my favorite thing about Hearthstone is when you lose, or like when your opponent loses, he can't then look you in the face and then start pulling cards like, well, if I had pulled this in 8 turns, I would have won. It's like, yeah, cool, good for you.
They do it to their stream, though.
They go to their collection and open it. See, this card right here that I couldn't even play because I didn't have the mana would have totally won the game.
I think what they should do is add in a table flip button.
That actually,
Right?
I'm totally down for that. And if,
Like instead of clicking concede, you click like table flip, and then
Flip
you see
table.
as long as the hands that come into frame to flip the table match that of your heroes,
Yeah.
I totally agree with this. Bring it. I support this. Dills for Hearthstone president.
Yeah.
And the other big thing that I perked up the most for, I gotta say, I'm a little underwhelmed. Is it's the ranked play changes that are coming. Mm-hmm. So we've got 25 ranks now, guys, and you start all the way down at the lowest possible rank, and they're all named. And just so you know, the lowest rank, which is rank 25, is called the Angry Chicken.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and then
Totally us.
yep, and then rank 24 is me specifically. It's a leper gnome, and that's how I'm feeling right now. So there is that. But it's interesting because you can get what is it, 5 stars per rank?
5 stars
Yes,
per rank.
5 stars. Yeah.
You win, you go up a star. You lose, you go down a star. And I think if you win a whole bunch in a row, you can get additional stars for wins. So like if you win 5 in a row, you'll be getting like 2 stars a win or something like that.
Yeah, if you're on some 6 streak, you'll actually you'll level up a lot faster, which makes me happy. I'm like, really? If I'm just owning face, am I gonna have to like? Oh, that'd be terrible because StarCraft works similarly. Like if you're on this 6 streak and you get matched up against like say you're in bronze, you get matched up against like a platinum and you win. You don't just go up like 1 little point in bronze.
Sure,
You get a massive
But
boost.
in this, apparently, you won't get matched up against anybody outside of at least like 1 above or below you. So that's good too. So you'll be playing other people with similar deck types and things like that. As you move your way up, though, obviously,
Okay,
it's gonna get tougher.
Dills, when this comes out,
Yes.
I'm this is the last StarCraft reference for the day, I think. When Wings of Liberty launched, Team Liquid recorded a video with TLO called TL Ownage, and it was him doing his placement matches for the ladder, and it was just the funniest thing because he was just owning people, like spelling out his name in their base with like creep tumors owning.
What?
Yeah. So when this comes out, I want you to record your games, and we're gonna do a montage of all the sick ways.
Oh,
you're
like at the
just-
very beginning.
You're just owning fools. Yeah.
That could be pretty fun, actually. Yeah, what's going to happen is this will happen every month because you'll get reset
Right.
back every month, and
Oh,
then
that's a good point.
yeah. So then you'll start over again, and you'll be playing against anybody. So
We should do it as like a fundraiser for the show. Every month we're gonna. All right, guys, watch us own noobs.
that'll be quite fun, actually. Like because you'll be able to accelerate through the front part of that, but then it will. I mean, this is a long slog right here. 25 ranks,
Yeah.
5 stars a rank. I mean, I'm glad that they said it was a month because if that was like the 2 weeks, even, there's no way. But I will say this will get me to play ranked every single month. My goal will be to get to the top rank every month, and I'm looking forward to that.
That's a good goal.
Yeah. Oh, well, is there another goal, Jocelyn? Like,
Well, if I make it halfway up, I'll be happy.
but you should still set your goals. Lofty heights. Go for it. I think you can do it.
You know, of all the compliments we received at BlizzCon this past week, the one I kept hearing a lot was that people liked the mix of personalities on the show. That we have like me, who's kind of the try-hard, Dills, who's like the hardcore player, and the Jocelyn, who's like the casual. And Jocelyn, I have to say, I'm afraid that like the longer we do the show, you're just gonna absorb like through osmosis Dills' awesomeness, and eventually we're all just kind of reach this this polarity where we're all kind of the
You're
same.
talking about it all the time, and it's just gonna happen.
I did take a couple of legitimate games off Dills, so that's all I'm saying.
That's true. You took more than a couple.
I only-
You beat me several times.
We
so.
played on the last night of BlizzCon. I only won one damn game, so feel good, Jocelyn.
Oh, I do. I do.
Feel very good. So
I didn't troll you with the Murloc deck. Though.
Oh God, dude, I want to strangle you.
well, I would have actually won against that one.
You probably would have actually. That deck sucks.
I haven't lost a game to a Murloc deck in a long time.
That deck is terrible. I got like the absolute perfect draw against Jocelyn when I did it
Yeah.
too. I was like,
Just
whoa, this is
Murloc
what
in my face.
The only thing that would have made it better is the elite Tauren Chieftain.
Oh my god. It's still not here.
I know. I wanted to try it. I guess there's like one. If you go all the way up to rank 1, can't you achieve like the legend rank and then you can't be knocked out of it until the reset?
Yeah, so
That's the other
basically you
special
can
thing.
go down in rank. So like let's say I'm at rank 20 or whatever, 24. I can go back down to the Angry Chicken if I lose a game. But if I get all the way to rank 1 and then beyond rank 1, because there's that innkeeper rank which is 1, and then there's above that. So I get all 5 stars in that, and then I get 1 more star. I move into legend. And once you get to legend, you are legend. I am legend. Until the end.
You
of
are
that month.
a bad CGI movie. That's what you are.
That's right. But yeah, you'll stay at legend until the end of the month, and you can't get knocked out of it. But you will see basically a number rank of all the people who are at legend to see where you stand as far as the other people who are at legend. So if you have legend and you're number 1, then guess what? You're the best player in Hearthstone.
I have I have one just complaint about this whole thing. Can we get something cooler for the number 1 rank? We have like random dwarf number 26 as the image for rank 1.
He's the
Hearthstone guy.
That's wonderful. Does he seem like he should be rank 1? No.
Yeah, he controls the game.
We have
That's the guy.
we have 5, 4, and 3 are the 3 different types of giants in the game. 2 is the Black Knight, and 1 is
The innkeeper.
fat
The guy
bastard.
that runs the entire game.
He could kill the Black Knight with his pinky. That's all I'm saying. That guy is so good. You have no idea, Garrett.
I'm just saying, man. You know, Deathwing, Algalon. You could have thrown darts at a list of WoW boss names, and it would have been a cooler rank 1. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe. But all that stuff doesn't even matter. It just matters about the fact that you can gain some sort of a rank that matters, which is just a huge thing. I thought you were going to complain that there's no actual rewards except for like.
No, that's my serious complaint. That's the thing
that is the reward, like, and your rank and what you got, saying that you and Patrick made a good point. We were talking to him about that because I agree. I would like to see some rewards. I would like to see okay, I got to legend that month, so here's like 5 packs, or something. But he made the point that in StarCraft, nobody cares. Like, they just want the rank. And And most of the time, people don't. Yeah, they don't really need the rewards, and you get the gold along the way and stuff. So that's basically how Blizzard feels about that, and I get why, because you're going to see players are going to do this, awards or not. They're going to want the ranks. So
I just feel like at the moment the gold you get from ranked still seems too slow.
yeah, and Patrick was like saying, "Oh, it's fine," but you know, I could see it accelerate a little bit. 15 gold for 3 wins. Come on, Blizzard. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Exactly. So, that definitely took a lot of the wind out of the sail for me personally. I was like, come on. I'd like this way better than Arena. Give me a better incentive than a different colored back. I am very excited about having custom backs, but not that excited.
Yeah.
Okay, so the special, because I haven't watched all of the stream yet from the virtual ticket because I was doing HalCon all weekend. So these special card backs, do they apply to your entire deck, or are they just like certain cards get special?
Oh, no.
Certain cards. You know when my Ragnaros is coming out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yes.
No, it's
I didn't
basically
think
your
about
whole
that.
deck.
I was thinking gold cards, but on the back. So, okay.
No, that'd be that'd be bad. Like
That's what I was saying. I was like, I don't want this.
in paper card games, that's awesome because then when you're shuffling your deck, you're like, oh sweet, I want this one at the top. But in Hearthstone, it would only suck for the person holding the card because your opponent would be like, well, that must be a special card.
But they're like they're themed and stuff. So
Right.
there's like a Pandaren themed card back and things
cool.
like that. So you'll earn those card backs through the ranked play. Still not 100%. You know, I don't know exactly how they're doling these card backs out, but I think it's as you get a rank, like that rank gives you this back, and then the month is over, you keep that card back, basically.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I'm like, are they gonna really make a custom back every month? So I feel like
That's
Yeah.
I'm not. That again wasn't completely explained, so we shall see, and we'll keep our eyes and ears open for that.
I am here to ask questions and make things that sound awesome sound less awesome. That is my job.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Way to
doing
make
it well.
This sucks now, Garrett. Good job.
I was super excited till now.
Well, you know, everyone said I sounded too happy, so this is what happens when I'm sick. I get mad about everything.
Stop being so damn happy. I like it when people don't like it when other people are happy. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really kind of curious to see the particulars about this, like what rank you have to hit. Because if you have to hit rank 1, I feel like that's like, well, no one's gonna get these damn card backs. But then, like, how do you pick at which rank you unlock the card back at?
No, there's no way. It's gonna be something like if you reach the rank 10, then you get this card back. If you reached rank, that's how I feel it's gonna work anyway.
Okay,
But we shall see.
should be interesting. Or if like you just get, I don't know, something at the end of the month. It's like just random. Like, here, open it. What'd you get? Oh, I got the card backs. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we can't. We can speculate, but that's all we can do. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So, am I missing anything else from ranked? I think we hit the major points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I wish Angry Chicken was #1 spot because now our show's title is even more ridiculous, which I guess is okay because that was the point. But
Yes.
Well, yeah. So we're the only Hearthstone podcast named after the lowest rank, and also where a host hasn't won a major tournament. Crap.
oh no,
Guys.
need to get on this. Come on, Dills, go. You're our dog in the race. Let's
I
do
couldn't
this.
compete in any tournaments because I was at BlizzCon. There.
So the tournament you were trying to get into actually went ahead on BlizzCon.
So I don't know. I didn't find out. But I mean, I was like, if I'm going to be there, I'm not even looking it up. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
In our defense, I think any one of us could have gone up in place of Husky and done better.
Aw, poor
Yeah.
Husky.
Poor Husky. I know but you know what? He's got a good sense of humor about it because I've seen
Yeah.
a bunch of interviews with him, and he was like, yeah, and everyone's just like, hey, we're here with top Hearthstone pro Husky, and he's like, yeah, all right, guys, I got it.
My favorite was Total Biscuit asking him if he had actually played the game before. After that, I was like, you can tell these people know each other because otherwise, I think
Yeah.
I think someone would be actually kind of
Sick burn right there.
Yeah, it was funny. It was very funny. So, you're gonna talk about a little bit about the gold heroes once, was it 500 ranked games you unlock your gold hero?
Yeah.
Ranked games only? Okay. I thought it was just all games, but maybe ranked.
Yeah, no, I think it's ranked,
I looked
and
it up
it also
today.
doesn't specify if you like. It's not winning ranked games, so
No, it's just playing them, yeah. Just means
yeah.
like you played with this character a lot. So here you go, gold.
I think they're gonna have to kind of watch that, because if somebody just wants the gold heroes, then they can just go into a game and then, just AFK for a while and time out.
Yeah,
And
you just open it and then concede, open it,
Yeah.
concede, yeah.
Well, good on them, I guess, for having, I guess, not valuing their own time, because that sounds like a big
Yeah.
waste for me.
Seems like a terrible waste of time to have a gold
well, true, but
hero, but yeah, okay.
how frustrating would that be though if you're trying to play your ranked games and then
Yeah.
everyone just
chat
keeps
room saying
conceding on you?
the chat room says it's wins.
Is it wins? It would be good if it was wins. Although 500, God, that's a big number to hit just to
Does
get
not
a
say
gold
wins.
for
I can't. Yeah, it just says
ranked games.
It
Yeah,
says
but
played 500 ranked games with a specific class, so I don't think it's wins.
yeah.
yeah, this is on the official Hearthstone site.
Yeah,
So
it's
I just think
playing-
it's going to be interesting. I think to see how this actually plays out. I mean, the animated gold hero isn't really that big of a deal. I mean, it looks cool. I want one because I like pretty shiny things. But like it doesn't actually give you anything extra. It's the same animation as it is on the gold cards, right? It's just kind of like an After Effects thing. So
Yeah.
it's not like you actually get an animated hero. So
But
I
you
don't
do
know.
get a gold hero ability as well. I think I liked it when it was just getting to the highest level. I thought that worked fine.
Yeah.
Get to level 60 with the class, get a gold portrait.
Yeah.
That seemed okay. I don't know why they changed that, but
Yeah.
whatever. There's
Strange.
a reason, I guess. Yeah.
You know what I would like, and I don't think we've talked about this on other shows. I'd like to be able to like choose a different WoW character or Warcraft character as my hero, because there's too many damn orcs.
Yeah, so this is actually I've talked about this a few times to some people, and what I would actually like to see further down the road is the ability to have two different heroes for each class, and each hero has a different hero ability.
Yeah.
So it allows you to then decide how what kind of
jeez.
deck I'm going to build. And it doesn't mean they have to all be completely different. Like you could literally say, here's the hunter ability. It's 2 damage to the opposing hero, or it's the mage ability. It's 1 damage to a creature, right? So then basically you have a hunter who could say, well, I'm a control hunter or I'm an aggro hunter, and you could kind of decide and then pick your thing. So they wouldn't have to invent a whole bunch of new
Yeah.
hero abilities. They just have to apply. So a priest could be, rather than having Shadow Priest as a card or Shadow Form as a card, you could say I'm a priest, a Healy Priest, or I'm a Shadow Priest, that kind of stuff.
And
I
the
think that
chat
would be
room-
pretty cool.
Yeah, and the chat room saying, "Oh, that'd be balance hell," and I don't necessarily agree with that, especially if you bring in, like you said, Dills, just kind of adopt the mage ability of 1 damage to anywhere and apply it to the hunter. Then that's not really changing balance at all. You're just taking, stuff from other aspects of the game. So I don't really think that would break any kind
No,
of
I don't think it
decks or
would.
classes or anything. So
I feel like I've already crapped in enough cereal today, so I'm just gonna leave my opinion to myself on this one.
No, you can say if you hate that. That's fine.
no.
I don't think
It's
it'll
not
ever
awesome.
happen.
Still winning. It's still
Yeah.
2-1. So whatever.
They seem so adamant on every single hero ability being specific and different from one another. I think they'd look at that on a board, and I think it would make the devs throw up.
Maybe.
Not because it's a
Maybe.
bad idea, but because they'd start thinking, how do we balance this? How do we make it unique? Oh my god, blah.
But see, it would be, I don't know. Like to me, I think I easily can see this working. So like, let's say a warrior, he can armor for 2, and he could be like a tanky warrior, or he could be like a warrior that does like what a druid does, armors for 1, attacks for 1. Like I really feel like this could work, and I've thought about it a lot. So Garrett, you're wrong.
Cool.
I have thought about this a lot. Garrett, you're just wrong.
Cool. But no, I mean, I do agree. Balancing would be more difficult, but I don't have to do it.
But
so
not
I just-
impossible.
I get to just come up with cool ideas that I think would work, and then spout them out on a podcast.
I just don't want to be Anduin, and there's too many orcs. I just want a different avatar. That's all I want.
Yeah, no, I see that. I just feel like if you had an option, why not? It's like, yeah, so here's Anduin, and then like, is there some sort of famous shadow priest that I don't know about? I guess No, I don't know of one. But I'm not a Terpster, so I don't know all the lore. But I mean, yeah, you could basically be like it would be the Healy type priest, and it would be the Shadow priest, and then they would change their hero ability and stuff like that. So I think it could be quite. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like Tyrande, like the high priest, the night elf high priestess as the priest. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or so on and so forth. Someone's gonna be like, she's the high priest. That's her like title. She's not an actual priest.
I would like Deals to be the hunter class. That's all I'm saying. Just a
dude,
picture of my hunter in World of Warcraft.
that would make me start playing a hunter, and respect them slightly more.
It would be awesome.
That'd be sweet. Additional features that are coming on the horizon is the Reconnect to a game feature, which I talked so briefly about. We actually have no idea how it's going to work.
No, but I assume it's going to be like some sort of time limit on reconnecting, basically like 30 seconds or something.
Yeah.
So if you just get kicked off because your ISP just decided it hates you for a second, and it reconnects a moment later, you're back in. So
yeah, Dota gives you like 5 minutes. I think in Hearthstone it should be the length of a turn, like give you like 2 minutes or something.
That's really long. Yeah, the length of a turn. If you can get back in and you can actually continue to play without the other guy noticing that it took forever. That seems fine to me.
Yeah. I don't think 5 minutes for Dota. 5 minutes I think is okay because the games are already so damn long already. But in this game, I think 2 minutes is. I don't think it's too much to ask for.
Nope, I think it's right.
Agreed.
So they also mentioned just they're going to be adding more effects and animations. So cool for that. Already talked about
some good stuff in there actually. So they showed like Ysera and stuff, and I think it was King Crush. Basically, it's just the big baddies and the legendaries and stuff will have particular animations built just for them.
Yeah, what's the shaman legendary? The Wind Lord.
Oh, the Alakir.
Alakir, yeah. He like it makes a vortex, and the card spins around and lands.
And they need to buff that card though. That card sucks. They need to fix that damn card.
We just sound like a bunch of ungrateful bastards. Like this whole episode, we're like, and here's this awesome thing they talked about. But you know what I want? I want more avatars. It's not enough, Blizzard. It's not enough.
Well, no, I mean, but we should be critical of the game and talk about the game and how it can improve.
No, I know.
It's clear that we love the hell out of this game. But no, Alakir, if you've never played Alakir, it's a 3/5. It has Wind Fury, it has Taunt, it has Charge, and it has Divine Shield. But the problem is, like, that all sounds fantastic.
That's like everything but Death Touch.
Yeah, it's got everything, right? But it costs 8 mana to throw it out, and then I attack 2 things for 3. Like, really? Like, okay. And then it's just really easy to kill. Like, maybe a 4/6 or something would be fine, but it needs something else. It's terrible for 8 mana. I literally took it out of my shaman deck. I was so excited because I pulled it from a pack, and then I was like, nope, this is bad. It never wins me a game.
I did the same thing with Hogger after playing you. So I was like, you know what? This card isn't helping. To hell with you, Hogger. Injured Blade Master, that worked for Artosis. Into my priest deck you go.
Yeah, but the one time you played it, I just happened to have the answer. I happened to have
very
Spellbreaker
true.
on me.
Very true. That being said, my priest deck is working out a lot better having since removed
nice.
it. So.
Nice. After you copy Artosis's.
To a certain point, I don't have all the legendaries he has, so it's not a carbon copy.
Yeah.
So, single player adventures were brought up, which has been something talked about. Like everyone I've talked to via email and Twitter on the show, everyone's like, I want like PvE scenarios where I'm playing against AI. Of course, almost everyone I think was assuming multiple players against one boss or something. This is not the case with the adventures that they're talking about here. It's 1-on-1, but you're playing against an AI opponent that's I'm sure going to be. They didn't dive deep into this, but I'm sure it's going to be big time on the flavor. They're going to have cards and abilities that just you'll never see another player have access to in proper like PvP.
Yeah, it's a much needed feature. I don't really want to talk too much about it because I don't know what the hell it's going to do, or how it's going to work or any of that. So all they said was it's going to happen. So that's awesome.
Yep. Yeah,
that's pretty much it. It's awesome. Let's see what it is though.
Yeah, and like we've said, I mean, on previous shows, it's a small team. So the fact that it was just nice to know all this stuff is on the board and being worked on.
Yes. And E Overkill in the chat room, you were absolutely right. We do need achievements. We need them.
Yes.
No, we need a spectator mode first.
Okay.
Yes, sure. Whatever.
If I had-
Achievements too. We need those also.
If I had number one thing that wasn't mentioned at all this weekend that I think needed mentioning, it was the spectator client.
Very true. Yeah.
But like it's I've literally heard them mention it multiple times as far as like tweets and things like that goes. Like they're aware and it's coming. So I'm not really worried about it. It's coming.
Yeah. Actually, I got to meet Eric Dodds while I was at BlizzCon. I was talking to him about all that kind of stuff, and
Nice.
I told him that on a previous episode that we were joking around that in an interview, I think with him, as a matter of fact, on Hearthstone or something, that they said, oh, well, we didn't know how big the game was going to be, and we were all like, oh, come on, you're Blizzard, it's going to be huge. And I told him this joke, and he goes, to a point, yeah, I see your point, but if we went into development thinking our game was awesome, we would make a bad game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, and I'm
Fair
just
enough.
like, damn, sir, I wish I had a mic on you right now because that's a good answer. So, damn, all the devs and the community managers I met this weekend, just super cool guys. I don't get the people on Reddit and whatnot are just like, oh, they're not the real deal. It's like, no, they're the real deal. Y'all need to calm down.
They're very smart and very nice people. Absolutely.
Yeah. The only people more excited about it than us.
I'm more excited than them.
Well, we're gonna get Eric Dodds on the show at some point, and you can take that up with him.
Oh man,
and he'll be
we'll have
like
an excitement showdown.
and he'll be like, okay, Dills, I'll see you after the show behind the playground. Bring your deck.
Yeah, and we'll scream about how much we like Hearthstone at each other. It'll be amazing.
The gauntlet is off. So very, very cool. We already talked about the mystery minion on the last episode, but haven't had a chance to talk about it with you, Jocelyn. What do you think of the elite Tauren Chieftain?
I haven't actually heard what you guys have to say about it yet, but I just I'm kind of disappointed. I really like the feel of Hearthstone, and I feel like this is just like to give players the power to rock. Like, what the F? Like lasers and like guitars and just stop. No.
Don't you play WoW?
I do play WoW.
All of this exists in WoW.
Where?
True.
The elite Tauren Chieftain actually
the Arcanite
performed.
Reaper in WoW literally turns you into a guy from the elite Tauren Chieftain.
The Arcanite Ripper, sir.
It's the Ripper.
Yeah, there is also a boss in
Yeah.
the Brawlers Guild that is a raptor riding a shark with a laser attached to his forehead, riding a rocket while an undead shreds on a guitar on top of its back. There's
Yeah,
also
I definitely have not
motorcycles
gone that far into the Brawlers
and
Guild,
walking
and I'm kind of
panda
glad.
people that talk.
Walking pandas that talk. Yeah. All in there.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but it's just so awesome. I don't care. I don't care if I'm taken out of the game for a moment. And the fact is that no one's gonna really play this card. In legit decks. Like this is a card you're gonna see and like let's have fun and play against each other. Whee!
Yeah.
That's where it's gonna exist. It's not gonna be either 3-star master or actually what will be legendary or whatever the highest ranks and stuff. You're not gonna see this card ever. It's 5 mana for 5/5 is fine, but in the game now you get something like stealth as well for that. And here you're going to give your opponent a card and you a card, and they're going to be random. It's not going to be a real competitive card. So it's just for fun. It's for funsies.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yep.
but
He's
no,
not-
I
he's
will
not-
never play it.
He's not terribly costed. You still get a 5/5 for 5. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, originally we thought, and there is one of the random cards you can get does involve Murlocs, but I was so sure that it was going to be a Murloc card that we were going to get. And I mean, I wouldn't have used that anyway. I just want to have it in my collection because I like to collect all the things. So it doesn't really matter what it does.
But you get it, right? For getting the...
for having the virtual ticket,
Okay.
yeah. And I already have my WoW pet, and he's amazing.
And you can also get the card even if you didn't come. You just can't craft the golden version. You can craft the regular one.
Yeah, that's I thought was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's
and a
cool.
good way to I think handle this because everyone was like, "Oh, it's gonna be imbalanced because no one else can get it." It's like, no, you can get it. You can
you
craft
just
the
don't
standard
get
version for 1600 dust.
Yep. So that's good. And there's some people who are completionists and they're just like they want it, and maybe they couldn't afford it, but they still are completionists and they get to have it. So
Right. Right, exactly. You see the same stuff in every other, collectible card game. You go play in a tournament, you get a promo card. You go buy some weird thing, you get a promotional card. So it happens. I think they're handling it quite well, and I'm stoked about this because it's metal as all get out. So,
oh hell yeah!
I think
the whole animation is amazing. So.
Yeah, it's a flying V guitar over your hero, chugging just righteous metal. John, come on, John.
No.
I'm throwing the gauntlet. You a Justin Bieber fan? Is that why you're not happy?
I'm not really a music fan in general.
Oh,
so.
okay. I got you. Normally that used to surprise me, but I do a podcast with so many people at this point. They're just like, music, whatever. That I'm just like, okay, I guess I just accept that this is more common than I once thought.
I like music. I just usually spend more time listening to podcasts. So
that's a good point. Gotcha. So also over at BlizzCon, the Innkeeper's Invitational happened.
Mm-hmm. That happened.
As a result, I played so many Paladins today. It's not even funny.
I did notice an influx of Paladins, and it makes sense. I mean, this is how the metagame is working right now: is somebody figures something out, and then everybody copies it, and someone figures out how to counter it, and everybody copies that. So we'll see the Paladins for a while, and then someone else will figure out, oh, wait a minute, Druid decks are ridiculous, and everyone's going to do that. So, but for right now, but I'll say this though: all of Artosis's decks were sick. The Warrior deck and the Priest deck should also be heavily copied because all of them were amazing. Not only though, not just his decks. I mean, a lot of the decks we saw from everybody were really good. I really like Crypt's Paladin deck also.
Yep, and Rekful's Mage deck that
should have won.
I mean, we're trying not to retread on stuff we talked about in the last episode, so we probably won't dive too much deeper into the tournament because I feel like we
talked a lot about
kind of
it
said
already.
what needed to be said on that front. But I will reiterate, I really want Rekful's Mage deck, like bad. I need Pyroblast, man. I have none of them. I've gotten so unlucky in my my pack openings. So
And his
I
whole
got
deck
one.
is not listed either here. I see only 27 of his cards, so
no, but the
Something
basic,
missing.
I think the basic concept though of it won't be too hard to
yeah.
mimic.
Did he really run Alex Strasza in that deck? That's weird.
I want to say one of the games that actually did come out in, or I think he
Yeah.
pulled it at the very end, but it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Oh, that's right. I think he pulled it, and it was like, oh wait, no, never mind.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Nice to
Yeah.
see you, but you're late to the party.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like he has. At least Archmage Antonitis is not listed, but yeah, that card though, I'm starting to feel like it's not as amazing as I thought it was. If you can get it to work, it is, but it's still hard to get to work.
It's too slow, I think. For
It's really hard to get it to work because your opponent just kills it every time.
yeah, if I ever see that thing, it's just that you cannot live.
Yeah.
If you live, this game is over. So it's what was it? Ben was telling me there's just cards of Magic. Everyone jokes that there's that extra line of hidden text that just says dies because it's so good it has to be removed from the board.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
It's got to go.
fun stuff there. If you're wondering where we're looking at these deck lists, by the way, over on Hearthstone.com, they have partial deck lists. It looks like all of Artosis's decks are complete. Then they have Crypts, Rekfuls, and Trumps listed, but they're not complete decks.
They are not. Yeah,
but it's
which
a
is
good-
kind of annoying. I'd like to see the full deck.
Yeah, I'm just assuming that they haven't posted them anywhere.
I guess, yeah. But I don't know. But it seems to me like why at this point wouldn't you just release the whole damn deck so we can all see what the hell is in there? But some stuff. I mean, so it's not like what was played because we never saw Captain Greenskin out of Artosis's warrior deck, but that's in there. So they just didn't put it all out there.
Strange. This is another reason I'd like replays as well, because like after major tournaments for StarCraft, they release like replay packs and whatnot. That'd be cool just to sit there and well, maybe not replay so much, like, but it'd be cool if you could just like in the game client just click on here's the decks that won, and you open it and it just shows you right there in the game, and you can look at everything.
Yeah, that could work. I think just the history would be enough. I don't need to actually watch it go down again. But if I could just go back and see exactly what was played and when it was played and all that stuff.
That'd be cool, like a combat log.
Yeah, just a combat log. Yeah, that's all I need.
That'd be really neat. I'd be down for that.
A replay mode would be cool. A lot of people are already filming themselves, or streaming or whatever, recording themselves playing this game. So in that respect, you have replays. And I've definitely gone back and looked at stuff. But an in-game type of replay system where I can go back and look at like my last game or something like that. Would be pretty cool. So WoW has the recording built in, where you can just say start recording right now, and then as soon as you're done, you say stop recording, and then you actually have like a recording of you playing the game. So they have the technology. Blizzard has the technology to rebuild it, but they just haven't done it. So
gotcha. Very cool stuff. All right, guys. Well, let's talk some strategies now that I think we've kind of busted through BlizzCon.
Yeah, we busted through it in an hour and a half, man. We just murdered our way right through it.
I think we spent some time at the top just talking about random stuff in an unorganized format. So there's that. Dills, you want to talk about secrets and how to combat them.
I'm kind of actually I don't know if I want to do all of this right now because we are at like an hour and a half and we've got more stuff to come, and I feel like I would like to spend some real time on this if we do this.
That's a good
right
point.
Now is I don't know if right now is the time. I think maybe
save it for next week.
I think we should save it for next week.
Yeah.
All right, let's save it for next week and take some emails. How's that sound?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Let's take some emails. First email today comes to us from Ricardo, who says, I noticed that the virtual ticket did not include the quarterfinals. I was wondering if these were actually recorded, and if so, is it possible to watch them?
The original 8 games?
Yes.
Like the
first,
when it was 8 players? Yeah, that wasn't even on the big screen or the big stage. That was like, I had no idea that was even happening. And then somebody tweeted about it, and I was like, what? So I ran over there and saw it, and it was just on a little side stage. So yeah, it's not on there at all. You will not see it on the virtual ticket.
Nope. No, it's. I walked right by that tiny. It's not even really a stage. It was just like a banner with 2 computers and some tables. I thought that was an area for like attendees to play Hearthstone at.
Well, it was. You could play Hearthstone right behind where they were, but yeah, it was definitely not set up to be any kind of big deal. I mean, all the players were sitting on the floor. Total Biscuit was like standing. I mean, it was it was weird. So I did not know that was happening. None of that was on the schedule. And if they hadn't done it that way, though, it would have taken way too long. Because even still, with just the semis and finals, that still went past 1 o'clock. And they did start at 10. So
yeah. It is too bad though, because I mean, like, Husky is one of my favorite casters, and I was really looking forward to. He's just so entertaining that I just really wanted to see what he could do. And I wasn't really expecting him to win or anything, but it would have been fun to watch. So
were you expecting him to fail?
Well, no. I would have liked to see him take one game, but just not being able to see that start at all was kind of odd. It's like, why wouldn't you just pick the top 4 people then if you weren't going to make it a full event?
Yeah. Well, I think again, going back to what the devs have been saying, I think they were really truly testing the waters. They weren't sure what the reception was going to be like for competitive live streamed Hearthstone, and apparently it was really good because the live stream of the finals brought in over 100,000 views on Twitch.
Yeah, which is crazy. I actually didn't get a chance to watch it live. I was watching the community manager live tweeting, and I was just like, oh my god, you're my favorite ever, thank you.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was incredibly entertaining as well too. So, if they had known beforehand that it was actually going to be like that, I'm sure we would have seen it be more akin to what StarCraft stuff looked like. Where everything was streamed and everything was treated as an epic moment in the tournament potentially. So,
Right.
but of course, also, I mean, those first 4 matches were all basically 3-0 drubbings. Except for one.
Day 9 took one game off of Reckful.
Yeah, exactly.
But then that's the one I didn't see. I really wanted to see Day 9 play because
I didn't see that either. Yeah,
I had a lot of hope for Mr. Day 9.
Yeah, they played before I even knew that was going on. They were like the first match, so I just missed it completely. But yeah, it was. I was glad I happened to walk by it because I would not have known.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, as a matter of fact, Day 9. That's when I saw the tweet. Someone was like, "Oh, Day 9 takes a game off." I'm like, "What? Wait, where the hell is this happening?" I'm looking at the Warcraft stage, and they're doing arena. There is no Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Is everyone
Exactly.
crazy? And apparently, it was just behind me, and I wasn't looking. so there's that.
So you cannot watch them, Ricardo. Sorry,
No,
they do not exist
sorry.
in the internets.
If it makes you feel better, though, the ones you can see are the better games.
They are. Yeah, absolutely they are.
They're the games worth watching. So there's that. Dills, you want to take the next email?
Sure. Luke says, "Hey guys, would love to hear you break down some or all of the decks from the pros at the Invitational. I know you partially covered Reckful's Mage deck that was built for control and to the face, but I'd love to hear more insight on the other decks. Is there a deck from the tournament that is attainable by a normal player, quote unquote normal player, that doesn't require 6 purples and 5 oranges?" They don't all have, like, none of these decks have more than like 2 legendaries, honestly. And you're not going to see any big decks that have more than 2 legendaries in most cases, because if you've seen, you should watch Total Biscuit's legendary deck play, which is like 24 legendaries. It never wins. You can't win with all legendaries. There's specific cards that go in specific situations. So most of the time, you're going to be seeing a lot of basic cards and then a few rares and a few epics. So they are all attainable. You just have to decide which one you want to build first, and probably what did you call it, Garrett? Shred some stuff to get that happening.
Yes, I don't mean pick up your guitar and be awesome. I'm talking about disenchanting cards.
Disenchanting, yeah.
Yeah.
So any one of these could be made without massive disenchanting. And yeah, they're all fairly. I mean, I'll say this because I don't think we can break down every single one right now. But what I will say is that aggression seems to be much more of a factor in constructed play than control. Trump is a control player. Crip is more of a control player, and those guys, while Crip got actually to the finals and everything. He did have some aggression built into his decks, whereas Trump didn't really have aggression built in, and he lost 2 aggression. So I will say, like, that when you're talking about constructed play, you're going to see a lot more decks that are built around doing a bunch of damage to the hero really fast, and you're not going to see that in arena as much. So that's I think I would give that tip right now. That is the meta game. Build a deck that can kill you fast, and generally all these decks have that built in.
Yeah. Also, if you want one specifically that you need to copy, you can't go wrong with any of Artos's decks.
No, you cannot.
Just throw a dart. You're good.
Yeah. The priest deck might be the most accessible one, though, I think. Minus the fact that he has Rag and Prophet Velen. Pretty much everything else is something that you can get fairly easily. And the Circle of Healing plus Injured Blade Master combo is really what beat Crip in that one game.
I got that off once today. I played a lot of priest games today, and on turn 3, especially against the priest, they just don't know what to do. But I think against any opponent, like
against anybody,
you're gonna look at like it's turn 3. It has 7 health. I guess I'm just gonna take at least 8 damage to the face.
Yeah,
I guess that's what's gonna happen.
Now, maybe a rogue would have to wait till turn 5 to assassinate it, or a shaman could hex it, or a mage should cheap it, or something like that. But again, I mean, it's a 3-mana card that then took a removal out of your deck, so it's still very powerful.
And no one's going to be happy about assassinating, hexing, or sheeping on turn
4/7
4 or 5.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to be stoked to do that. So,
No.
But yeah, I would say we'll put the links to where you can find these. All these deck lists in the show notes, but they are all somewhat accessible. You might not be able to make all of them, and clearly Artosis and all these guys all did spend some money on the game to get all these cards quickly, but you can at least build one of them and do really well with it.
And honestly, I think if you're just playing for fun and just trying to go up ranked play, you can take any tournament deck and just omit the legendaries and
Absolutely.
just playing around with like those 2 or 3 extra slots. Like I said, I made Shaman's Hunter, and before I hated myself for playing it more than 10 times. I was running Savannah Highmane in place of King Crush because I don't have a King Crush, and
exactly.
it still works fine, and it's still a coin flip.
Savannah Highmane's so great, though.
That is a great card.
It's a fantastic card. It's just a fine replacement for King Crush, absolutely, because it's so strong.
Yep, especially if it's out and killed before you're Unleash the Hounds. You've got 2 hyenas out there.
Or
Yeah,
out
you do.
not killed. You have a 6/5
Or even not
that
killed.
can also.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Either way.
As long as the board isn't completely cleared, it's a good precursor.
Yeah.
Jocelyn, do you want to take our final email for today?
Absolutely. So this one comes to us from Lotic Being, who says, on the owner-controller discussion, there's a catch, quote-unquote friendly. I played a Savannah Highmane, and the mage across from me used Mirror Entity to copy it, killed mine with a different spell. On the next turn, I then played a second Savannah Highmane, and the mage across from me used a second Mirror Entity. I had Scavenging Hyena, and for those of you who don't know, Scavenging Hyena gets buffed every time a friendly beast is killed. So when Lotic Being killed one of the mage's copied summoned Highmanes, then the hyena got the buff from the friendly death, which is so cool.
I don't buy this yet.
No?
No, I don't buy this. I need to see this.
VODs
I need to see
didn't
this
happen.
live. Yeah, I need to see this live. If it happens that way, that would be crazy to me, and I don't think it should work that way.
I think we should try and recreate this.
We should try to recreate this. Yeah, it wouldn't be hard.
We're gonna
We
do,
just need a mage with Mirror Entity and a hunter with. We have all these cards. We can try this.
We're going to do Hearthstone Mythbusters right.
Yeah.
Well, not right now, but
Not right now, but soon.
Because
We'll flip
what Lotus Being is not telling us is how I can't tell if that's a he or she, how he or she killed that Highmane, and then the hyena got the buff. Because did you run one of your cards into it? Because then one of your beasts died.
That's true.
that's a very good point. Yeah.
Because that might have happened, then you thought it came from the other. I don't know.
Although
I got to see the science on this. I got to see the
Maybe.
science on this.
Maybe the idea is that if it hasn't actually attacked you yet, then it's still friendly to you, maybe?
That doesn't. That seriously makes no sense though, because Mirror Entity is from the get-go the mage's card. It's just copying.
Yeah, copied the
opponent's.
card, and it's now like my card. I copied it and I made it.
I'm trying, guys. I'm playing devil's advocate here.
If that does work that way, then I feel like that's a bug. That's got to
Yeah.
be a bug,
Yeah.
right?
This is making my brain hurt.
Yeah. We will do the science. Yeah, we will do a Hearthstone Mythbusters on this episode of the Angry Mythbusters. We will find out if your hyena can get a buff from the other guy's beast.
And then we'll blow it up at the end and say it was all for
Blow it up,
science.
yeah. And we'll put a big dummy in it and we'll blow it up and it'll be amazing.
And I'll watch every episode. I love Mythbusters.
I know. So, did you see that Adam Savage was on Talking Dead?
I just caught up on the episode I missed last night today, and I'm going to watch Talking Dead tomorrow.
He was very good on it. He was
Yeah,
very-
I love Adam Savage. Any of the tested podcasts he's on, great stuff.
yeah, really good stuff. Absolutely. I bet he plays Hearthstone.
Absolutely.
I think he said publicly that he straight up doesn't play video games.
What?
Yeah,
No.
I think I want to say I
Never
heard that.
mind. Shit him. He sucks.
If you're listening, Adam, I still like you, so we can be friends, and you can ignore Dills. It's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, he can ignore me. That's
fine.
fine because I'm gonna ignore him. I don't even care.
I'm going to ignore him first.
I'm not even talking to him, so I don't even care.
You can't fire me. I quit. Wonderful. So I think that'll do it for our already damn near about to run over time Angry Chicken. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think? You good?
I'm ready to play some Hearthstone instead of talking about it.
Exactly.
I'm ready to play, man.
Me too, except I have work in the morning and I'm sick and I need to sleep. But
No, pumpkin.
F all of that. I'm still going to play some Hearthstone before I go to bed, so enjoy that. Thanks to all of you who left us 5-star reviews in the iTunes store, especially while we were gone at BlizzCon. It was nice to come back and crack it open and see, do I have to thank anyone? Oh, look, tons of new reviews. We really appreciate it. It helps the show out so much. So thank you to Discarax, who said it's better than fried chicken. Macaron said,
That is, too, so, yeah.
yeah, I can think of a few things better than fried chicken, and a lot of them I can't actually say on air. So there's that, and take that as you will. Thank you to the Moncrief, which I don't even know why, but that sounds like it's something I shouldn't say on air. Thanks to Nontron and Juna Tonka. Thank you guys for your reviews. The Angry Chicken is a production of amove.tv and the Frog Pants Studios. You can see more about this and all of the other amove shows over at amove.tv. Also, make sure to check out all of the other shows over at frogpants.com as well. You can email the show at tacpodcast@gmail.com. And we record live every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern over at amove.tv/live. Our Twitter is at tacpodcast, same as the email. I am at Garrett Art. Dills is at Willie Dills, and Jocelyn is at GIS Gamer. Big thanks to Brian Griffith, who actually came out to the Guild Hall briefly.
Nice.
He's the musician responsible.
Yeah, that's right. I met him. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a crazy hippie. He moved to LA and went native. But he is the musician responsible for our intro music. You can find him at briangriffithmusic.com. My last personal pimp, you can check out nomoonart.com for my graphic design work. I'm always available for freelance. It's how I pay my bills. I always love doing work for fans of shows. It's almost always something fun. So go check that out. Dills, where can people find you?
You can find me on The Instance, the World of Warcraft podcast, so you don't have to, and Torturecast, which is a podcast about the San Francisco Giants. Also, you can find me on the MGA Mediocast, where we talk about mediocre golf and the Mediocre Golf Association. And also, you can watch me play Hearthstone if you like on Twitch. My Twitch name is Willie Dills SF. And I was going to stream later tonight, but I don't think I'm going to make it because I still have many things to do. And I'm not even going to actually get to play as much Hearthstone as I wanted to.
Aww.
It's, it sucks because, we just got back from this long trip. And, all I wanted is, a few days of relaxing. And we got one, which is good. But yeah, work starts again tomorrow, and the real world creeps right back into my life. Yeah, stupid real world. Why do you even have to exist? But yeah, so definitely come along and hang out with us. I have a lot of people who are in the chat room now who are always watching my stream, and it's all positive and fun and good times. So if you want to hang out in a fun stream, that's the place to be. After
last Thursday Dills, I think we need to start the Mediocre Bowling Association.
Oh my God. But you saw, though, I went out in epic fashion. That was pretty cool. My only strike was the one I called.
Dills, by the way, didn't have bowling shoes on.
Nope.
Was playing under the name
Rule
of
breaker.
Katie.
Yeah, I was Katie for the moment.
My girlfriend was like, I'm done for the night. Here you go, Dills.
Yeah. But I, at the very end, I think they turned all the lights on or something. It was
They did.
Okay, everybody out. And I can't remember who it was. Somebody said, top deck something or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna top deck a strike, and then I
He threw it out there.
threw it and it was a strike. It was
Bam.
awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a
Jocelyn,
really good time on Thursday night. I'm glad you guys do that and invited me along. So
yeah,
sounds like a fun little tradition.
yeah, we'll have to get Scott out there next year.
Oh yeah, there
fun.
you go.
Jocelyn,
He's an amazing bowler.
what was it? Oh, Jocelyn, where can people find you?
Right here on AMove TV every Friday night for the Gamers In. That goes live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And when I stream, I'm streaming over at GIS Gamer, same as my Twitter handle. So follow me on Twitter and you'll find out when I'm streaming because it's literally all over the map.
You stream all sorts of games, right?
I do, yeah. I stream all kinds of stuff. We sometimes do Borderlands after Gamers In on Friday nights. I do some WoW, usually when I'm trying something new, because there's still a lot of things in WoW that are new to me. So whenever I'm doing something new, I usually stream some WoW and obviously Hearthstone, and trying to think of what else I've done lately. That's pretty much it.
All right, very cool. Before I go, I am required to show everyone the random numbers we pulled for the last 51 keys we're going to be giving away.
Oh my God, Hearthstone keys, you guys.
Yeah.
Hearthstone keys.
Yeah, as you can see here, random.org, we pulled 51 random numbers between the number 1 and the number 900.
Holy crap.
And
it went
3.
up? I guess that makes sense.
It went up.
903.
It
And that's
doubled.
That's minus.
Oh my God.
That is minus the 51 that won last week, and minus
Yeah.
all the jerk-offs that did multiple postings with slight variations in their
Yeah.
in the email accounts. So if you're a jerk-off, you got disqualified.
Yep.
So
Alright,
sorry, we
jerk-offs.
have a no jerk-off clause in our contest.
Sorry, jerk offs.
It was almost, I think there was 1,100 entries, and so there was almost 200 people who were, well, I guess 150 because there were the 51 last week, but yeah, so 150 that were duplicates, and I'm just like, I'm not stupid. I see what you're doing, and you're posting all in a row. You're not even trying.
Yeah. Well, what you really did is you just made Jocelyn's life harder. So
Yeah.
So thanks for
stop
that.
doing that.
So big thanks to Jocelyn for putting all these together. The official list of 51 names will be posted on amu.tv under that exact same blog post tomorrow, and I'll try and get all 51 keys emailed out as well. That surprisingly takes more time than I ever thought it would, mailing out those damn keys.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, it's
you know
because
what?
a
You're
lot of people
making
do
someone
the whole-
happy, Garrett.
I love how many people thanked us back too. I'm just like, I can't thank you back again. Too many emails to send. You're welcome. So to everyone that won, congrats. And if you wrote us thank you, then you're welcome. Glad you won. So very, very cool. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, doghousesystems.com. Our code is TAC. That stands for the Angry Chicken, if you didn't put 2 and 2 together. That gets you double memory on your next Doghouse Systems gaming rig. And also, the BlizzCon promotion over at slashloot.com is still going on, and the Angry Chicken t-shirt is now available, so you can go to slashloot.com right now, use the code BlizzCon, and you get $2.50 off of every shirt you purchase. So go check out slashloot.com for the Angry Chicken shirt. And I think all of our other shows also have shirts up there as well.
Yes, they do.
So we thank them again for printing our shirts. We thank Doghouse Systems for their support. And we thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week. And until then, job done.
Job's done.